You on any but nearby you put Ubelanius or Zoma. If you're Narusu Sunani, she came yan, Yakuma, they came yawo, Yashua is Suku, they came yawo, upon you in the city. And none your for yeah, Mania, Rubami Miss Volia, upon Potunchi, she and I know Papa. She and I know pressure, and you. You know, brother, she came here quill. She came here quill.
Yeah, my name is Mozato. I was born here and I live here too. This is the place our forefathers stayed before. But we live in Volta before they came here for fishing. This place is Kewuno, we call it Kewuno, whatever, we call it Kewuno. Yeah. Yeah, I like coconut.
You say how many you did drink?
Oh, I feel take 20. Yes, like 30 minutes. I can drink 20. 30 minutes.
Muza is one of many young fathers in Kiuno, a fishing community in Adafo located at the estuary, where the Volta River meets the Atlantic Ocean on Ghana's coast. We spoke about life along the Volta, his passions and interests. Among other things, he told me a bit about growing coconut trees and that one time where he came to Accra to pursue a career in boxing. Currently, he's back in Kewuno and regularly trains with his son and some of the young boys who are also interested in boxing. I also spoke with Muza's mom, who told me a lot about their ancestry and that they migrated from Atoko in the Volta region to settle in Ada.
You never Fuduma. If you ever toy Pachapimia Sentani, you never a fool, a queenie, amui, you ever a fool, a duma, near a Sentanetia. In your Fuduma, if in your family or Atoko, I can your family for Funya, Toy Binya, Wafa, O Caton Lashia, Oku, Kaka Familia, Mia Baffa, the Milkonia Muma, all Atoko.
Okay.
Tashia says when you are a top rubber. Near Badodo or Aproduna, you came your coffee. You make poor me doing a ratoko. Magaho, Aroma Chichi, Le Ashia, Okatoku, Tamio, Mahao, Queen, you make your family or Kenya social. Okataoku, Tammy de Yukuvanya, family Amachichi, Tanya Malashia, Yafu Funekla, Mamma Nekla, you Kataoku. If you are me who gali, ten you. If you are la fama, Mozuama Chichi, no matter Tosharava, and Yella Palma. You know, no Macune, she had, may one and another she has, Mikatan Macu, Micola Famima, Tamia Gilo, mi Vapudoma, Okatovaku, Mu Yuku Gasuso. Mi only me poor, mi as you, Ogani Noga, then a man in more.
Well, Maga would be flying on now, madam. Okay, right. Wow. You see, I'll be going to fishing a long time before Maranatha. Yeah. So after Maranatha, and I stopped going to fishing. So now at the draft boats for Maranatha, when tourist people are coming, then I used to go pick them, bring them here, and after that, take them go trip in our camp. Yeah. So I do that kind of job, so I can't decide that no. Okay, then let me try something and see, because I think that one is my future, and that one I also dream about it, about boxing, and I say, oh, okay, is the manager from Maranatha who training before. I see him training, and I asked him to add him when he's going to training. Then he called me. So he said no problem. So the time he started training, he called me. and then me too, I'm following him to go. When we come, then we do warm up and blah blah blah. So he also doing boxing before, yeah. So he talk about boxing, and when he talk me, and I also feel it. That's the thing me to I feel it, and I concentrate that I can do, yeah. So from there I started training, and he promised me if I pass through, then he can take me go to Accra, then I continuously. Okay, fine. So I can't use my own capacity. Now I'm going to the training, and once I mix one of guy, he also doing boxing. So I met him in the beach, running, jogging, and he asked me where I stay, and I've told him I stay in the Kewuno, and he said, oh, he see me like maybe I have a boxing or something. I said, oh, I'm now learning, and he direct me, connect me with another coach for Aibo. He went to boxing before. He boxed before he can retire. He can do that. Yeah. So he just called me to. He invite me and invite my guy to say, oh, today that's the training day. Me and the guy. So he will stand and watch us to see how we can box. That we can do saddle boxing, and after that we do sparring. Honest. So before the sparring, I don't know. I put my senior down, and that place is like he get a little bit hungry, but it's like people are watching, so he cannot show himself that he get angry. Yeah, he fall. So as he fall, we Azuma, our coach, read 1 to 10. And he say, oh, it's okay. And he's complaining that I cheat him. No, I not cheat him, but it's something that the beginners I'm going to the training, and I need to know more. So I communicate with him to know more. Yeah. I come back, and I'm doing the small business to take care of myself. And now I say no. After fishing, I stop. Maranatha, I stop. I go to boxing. So now the boxing too is a lot of money. So I come back. So what I'm gonna do now so that I can get my future? And I say okay, fine. The fishing now, first they get fish a lot. By now, everything was changed. They get different plants to catch the fish. So now I let the fish, everything was reduced. So we are suffering about that. So he let me thinking. And I said, no, if it's possible, then let me go school, mechanic school. So I can't sit and I give myself advice, and no one gave me. And I follow my advice. And now I'm going to mechanic school now, up to 1 year now. As I'm talking now, 1 year now. Yeah. Let's say I have coconut tree like, let's say 13.
All
Yeah.
in Kewuno here.
All in Keuno, I have 13. Yeah. Coconut oil. Yeah, that be exactly.
They do it
They,
in Azizakwe.
yeah, they do it in Azizakwe. They do the oil and everything. And after that, they send it to the market, and they send it to the any other islands. And the market one is going to far away, and the other places. Yeah. Yeah. So now, before the water can take over now, a lot of coconut has gone. So they cannot get that percentage now again. The percentage has reduced. Yeah. When they plant the coconut, it grow now. They used to cut. They need the dry one. So the dry one, they are buying it. So after the dry one come to the top, then they will cut it. Then they sell, give to those people who are making the oil. Then they will sell, give them. Then they also get to make their oil to sell. Yeah.
So if I go there right now, who will I meet?
Tongsin. Pastor Tongsin.
So I noticed that on one side of the Volta River, people like Moza vote for fresh coconuts. However, just across from Keuno is Azizakwe, another small community of about 1,000 people. Over here, they value the dry coconut more. I I took a boat from Keuno to Azizape to learn more about coconut oil production and life on this side of the Volta.
My name is Pastor Thompson. I'm a native of Adam, born in Azizape here. So our profession here is one of the profession is coconut oil business, and we are not the one who started it. We were born into it, because it's a business of our great grandmothers, and this is my mom here sitting here.
Oh, okay.
She's now almost about 85 years. They also learning from their great grandmothers. So about 2016, I had a vision to bring all the women of the community together and form an association, because we realized that our government, they all work with associations. Those days we are trying to get some fund to support our business, and the information is we should put ourselves together in the, so I tried to bring all the women to association, and we formed an association called Azizape Coconut Oil Processors Association. This is the cutlass that we use, because you cannot do without breaking it. You see, so after breaking it like this, sometimes some of them spoil. So those that spoil, you have to select them. When you break it like this, then this is our removing knife. So go into the coconut, this thing. This is the raw material. So when we go around to gather the raw material, you bring it back to us. It's not one or two people business. You have to get about even about 10 people, because when you are breaking it, about 4 people are breaking it. About 3 or 4 people also are removing it. You'll be removing it like this. Yeah. So when you are removing it, while people are breaking it, you throw the shells away. And the shells also is very important, because sometimes we use the shell for firewood. Now, as I said earlier, we have order from different places where you bring the raw material, no matter how large quantity it is. If you have the order and you are able to mobilize people that can help you to work on it, breaking it, removing it very quick, you go to your meal within 20-30 minutes, you finish everything. So when you grind it like this, now you have your chaff, have the chaff with a basin. It's full of oil. So when that lady take it to house like this, we have our bowls that we normally use. So you fetch water full of them, depending on the quantity of the oil that you are going to produce. Then when you bring the water, we also use a basket. A basket is also part of the tools that we use. So when you bring the basket, you pour the chaff into the basket. Then after that, you start pouring water on the chaff, squeezing it. So the water helps to wash the oil out from the chaff, out from the basket into the other storage bowl. So at the end of the day, you have the oil together with the water like a milk. Water is heavier than every oil. So the oil will rise from the water, and it will come on top of the water. Then when it is done to settle, you set up your fire Then we have the fry bowls. Then you also find something to fetch the oil out of the water slowly. Make sure you fetch all the oil from the water. Then you put it in your fry bowl. Fry it. Fry it. Somebody might ask, why is it that up to now, Isaac Coconut Oil Association doesn't have a farm for? But we have made the attempt, but we have a challenge. Without respond to the call of Isaac, with this year, it will attempt a different thing. Yes. Because when the flood comes, it flood all this place, everywhere. That is why people like this, they migrate from the other side to this place. I'm telling you. People like this, not only them. These ones, when you go around like this, you will see people. When you go, you will see people that are being transferred from the other side coming to this place. Because we are at risk. Maybe this year, this area can be affected and can be transferred because the wave is coming. When you go like this now, you will see what is happening coming. A lot of coconut have gone. Coconut that have gone to the water is about 3,000 to 4,000 coconut. I'm telling you.
The main challenge faced here in Azizakwe, as well as some of the nearby islands, is that of coastal erosion and the impact of sea defense projects. Because of this, livelihoods have been lost to flooding, including thousands of coconut trees, thereby affecting their business. Even though there is a rise in local and global demand for coconut oil, producers like Pastor Thompson and his association are unable to take full advantage. Just like Mozart, just like his mother, just like their ancestors who migrated to Keuna many years ago, and just like Pastor Thompson and just like many other Ghanaians, one word that rings true about life on these parts of the Volta is resilience.